Alright, as promised though, we will be doing aluminum, and now that I've thought about it, we're gonna do the hub as well. And we're gonna start with the hub, because I want to double up the storage before we leave for a while, so we have infinitely more stuff we can, do things with when we get back. As always, I'm always sick, because it's just that time of the year, Good, now I just have to do this for all of these. Okay, that's one side done. Now I need to get rid of all these conveyor lifts. Now that is a wonderful sight. Just pure material glory. Also, this might look pretty overcomplicated for right now. Which to an extent it is, because we will not be adding this until we're with the aluminum production. I haven't finished this side yet. Good enough for now. I'll finish the other side and then we'll be back for the aluminum power plant. The aluminum ingot plant, which might be also a factory. We'll see. There's nothing better than seeing just the sheer amount of items going through. Also, what is this supposed to be? There's nothing coming through. Or is this just not connected to anything and I forgot? Anyway, time for aluminum. I'm not gonna patch this thing up yet, because it's not at all complete. But we need Mark V belts before I'm willing to continue, because I don't want to have to build this thing twice. Which means we need aluminum. We're not gonna ever probably use the hover pack. At least I don't plan on it. I mostly just want it for the inventory slots, and we need the hazmat suit. Then we need all of this stuff, which the supercomputer is now in control system development. And then we get the blender, which will then allow us to finally get turbo fuel, and we'll be able to make blended turbo fuel and finally upgrade our power infrastructure from over here. The aluminum plant is going to be going in the Rocky Desert. I'm not even going to hide it to you. That's where it's going. Nuclear later on will be in the Dune Desert, because it's the only other real open area left. And I don't want radiation around here. I don't know if we're going to be able to ping the bauxite node, but there's a bauxite node around here somewhere. And that's the one we're going to be using. Going to need a couple power shards. Going to need a few more modular frames. It's not really an effective way to grab stuff without falling down anymore. Then we need a couple motors, which are over here. And that should be everything. This build might actually end up being a bit easier than I thought. As long as we don't collide. I believe it's right over there. Yeah, okay, we're good. We're not going to collide. I don't have train signals yet, though. So long story short, we have to do like a pillar out like this. Dude, it is so nice having finally a competent dimensional depot, just watching the resources actually build up at a reasonable rate. And to be fair, it's not going to hold 240 per minute forever, but that's why we doubled up the storage bins, so we have 2 entire containers worth of 240 per minute power. Alright, there's the 15 refineries put down. They actually look pretty decent. Also, there's apparently spiders somewhere around here, because I can hear them and they're driving me nuts. Anyway, gotta hook these up to power. One thing I forgot to bring over was the power grid, so that's great. Okay, so these need to be making aluminum scrap, and then these need to be making alumina solution, because the alumina solution is what the bauxite turns into. We're also going to need a lot of water. Why am I overclocking? I'm so used to overclocking everything, because I used to do it, but now I'm just kind of like, we don't have the power, so I'm not too interested, and if the performance goes to crap, then so be it, I guess. This is going to be making 1800 per minute. That's faster than the Mark VI belt. What, I'm gonna have to divide that by 2, probably? Wait, no, you can't divide 5 by 2. Boom, 5 belts. I should probably build this properly by starting at the actual start. Okay. Going 4-meter foundations just straight up. Still have the wrong sound effect, unfortunately, for the ramp buildings in the zoop mode. Don't know if that's ever gonna get fixed, but you know. So then, where do we even start? I guess that we should do the bauxite last, since the bauxite's pretty much gonna wake the whole factory up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 15 of the 27. Just normal day or running freaking foundations so you can run belts along. You can see my freaking ramp tower. I don't think I ever showed this off. I actually built this before grinding out all the Mercer spheres. I built that to get the achievement. I did it just on my free time. I didn't record it or anything. I got the achievement for reaching the highest cliff in the world or whatever. The highest point in the game. I don't remember what it was exactly called. But yeah, there's actually uranium up there. It's the worst of the uranium nodes in the game, unless there were more added recently, but the nearest quartz is all the way over here. It's all impure. I only remember 2 nodes though. Did these get moved? No, but actually, where is the entrance? Like, there's a huge entrance, usually. Oh, it's there, and it's been shrunk. That's why I didn't see it. Okay, I'm not excited to go into this at all. And truth is, I'm probably not even going to bother recording it, because it's going to take me an hour.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Alright, that is the quartz connected. We need to connect the coal, which I don't think is that hard. I think we just need to run this belt over here and then we can squeeze it in between the refineries and the constructors. Yeah, we just need to put down the foundries and let this thing rip, I guess. I'm missing this stuff for some of the foundries though, unfortunately. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's okay, so this belt goes straight over here. Actually, I should keep this belt lifted. Alright, I'll go get materials for the other 10 foundries and then I'll be back to you. Alright, anyway, let's hook up power. That should have kick-started up everything. We should be starting up the whole plant. Yup, we went up another 1,000 megawatts. Dear God. I doubt anything else is producing because the coal and quartz are gonna take a bit more time to reach. But yeah, we have to go get the bauxite, and then after that we're on to the hub because this factory is gonna be done. I love how when you're far enough away that you don't even know where you're at, just circle. The HUD is oiled up 1. Like, the music is so cool right now. Down here. I'll leave it up for a little bit and let it play. It sounds really cool. This is definitely a new song. I've never heard it before. My freaking god, why does the music have to change every time there's anything good? Before I forget. I brought the stuff for the other 10 foundries. I just have to put them down. Why is this production performing so terribly? I'm guessing it's just a lack of bauxite because we're only getting 480 out of the 1,200. I think I'm making this game crap itself because it just had a container out even though nothing was happening. Alright, I think all the signals should be set up. I think. Does that mean they're set up right? I don't know. I have zero idea. Also, the production stopped, which is a bit concerning. Start here, which is aluminum, and then Rotterdam, which I'll probably end up renaming eventually. And then before I start that, let's go figure out what's wrong. First ones, the silica is hooked up to the alumina solution, and the screws or whatever, the aluminum scraps, filled up. The aluminum solution is backlogged and it's not making silica for these, and the silica ones are the only ones connected to the merging. So in theory, if I hook more of these up, it should sort itself out. Okay, that's fine then, I guess. Alright, it's fixed now. Can we finally get this train up and moving now? It's the real question. On this, because I've never had a railway that has like signals on it. I usually have one rail per train because it was easier, but now I took like 100 hours straight just to learn train signals. Okay, you're having problems. Signaling problem. Alright, well let's just do it manually then and we'll see where it's becoming problematic. Still haven't run into any issues. It must be the station itself that the water effects gives the trains a good old clean. Oh, these are not set to unload. I'm stupid. Back on. Okay, now you're just going. What problem did you even have then? I haven't ran into a single problem yet. It was complaining about a signaling problem earlier. It's complaining about a signaling problem again, huh? And what is that then? Why is it doing that? Everything is green and there are no signaling problems. Because it seems to not like going back on this thing, but it's completely fine coming in. So I'm going to try and separate this. That it was trying to return on the same rail. Okay, now it just works. Cool. Well, we have aluminum now. We're going to have to route it all the way up to the storage room, but we have aluminum. Now that is pure aluminum beauty. Going slowly up the chain, the 500 or so meter journey up to the storage room, which we are about to remaster, be it in this episode or the next one. I do not know. So if it's the next one, hope you had a good time watching. If it isn't, we're about to go do it right now. Alright, it was as easy as that. No, in all seriousness, it wasn't actually as hard as I would have thought. The other side is also complete, and there's now the belt for it to be able to loop around. And I say that, and I forgot to connect it. Not particularly well, okay. But it doesn't necessarily seem to be this pole that's the problem. It's the conveyor lift being a bit too tall for the pole. So yeah, that clears if I do it like that. Okay. Well, that's good enough for me. I just have to put poles everywhere. Just be a miracle, but I think everything is finally finished and up and running. I had to spend forever hooking up power because there wasn't any power up here. And man, do we need that turbo fuel power plant. Oh my god. I mean, the consumption is only 9,000, but like... No, I do. It's because a lot of things don't have fast enough belts still. Like that screw factory on the basic automation video, which means episode 2, is still on Mark III belts, because we still don't have Mark V belts. We still don't have Mark III miners, so why would I care if I'm gonna have to redo all of it again anyways? They're all the way in leading edge production, which means we need the supercomputers. We also need fused modular frames, which means we need radio control units. Which, guess what we don't have? Radio control units. Guess what recipe they have? Probably the most ridiculous thing on earth. My point is, we're not ready to redo that kind of stuff. Well, the only place I got a turbo motor source from is Lizard Doggos. My point stands. And this needs these fused modular frames need nitric acid or whatever. The nitrogen gas, nitric acid, I don't know. So that was changed. But yeah, anyway, we can get basically all of tier 7, I think. Yeah, we can get all of tier 7 other than the hazmat suit, because we don't have gas filters. Boom. Press the red button. We got a hover pack, which I don't care about. But we got 3 more inventory slots.
The hover pack draws energy from nearby power connections, and so can only be used in their vicinity.
And that's why it's trash. Oh my freaking god. We went from like 6,000 to 2.5 million. Alright, anyway, that's probably it for this wonderful episode. I'll see you on the next one. I don't know what we're gonna do next. Probably those stupid radio control units or whatever.